on them. Look, it's it on my hands. Whoa, look at those potatoes. Hey guys, we are in the car on our way to my in-laws, my husband's brother's house, and we're gonna spend that evening with them. The afternoon, you know, we're gonna cook out and spend some time at their house. But I just wanted to come on here because I realized that I did not do an intro. So welcome to Roots and Arrows Homestead. I am Tori. I am a mom of 4 under 5 years old. Our oldest is 4. And yeah, today I got to harden off my plants, as you're about to see. So and I up potted some plants as well earlier today. And so yeah, I hope that you enjoy the video, and that is so pretty. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Please like and subscribe for more content about gardening. Check out the blog where I talk about everything from gardening to parenting to recipes, lifestyle, just everything that that I enjoy seeing on other people's content. And so I'm trying to share the things that I think that other people want to see, if that makes sense. Like, I'm into slower living and recipes and cooking from scratch and gardening and all this kind of stuff, and I see everybody out there who is sharing it, and I'm like, hey, I could do that. So I hope you will support me, not only here but also on the blog. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Sorry, that cloud, those oh, so pretty. Okay, bye. Hey guys, welcome to Roots and Arrows Homestead. I am Tori, and I have this flipped around. It might look a little funny. I have it flipped around so that I can make sure it is still recording, because I've had a problem with it cutting off in the middle of recording. So, welcome to Roots and Arrows Homestead. I'm Tori. I think I just said that, but it's all good. I am a mom to 4 kids, and I just started my first garden this year, and I am bringing you guys along with me. So today is Sunday, and up to this point that you've seen was yesterday, Saturday. And okay, so just a little backstory. I don't know what I'm doing. Just saying. I want to be very clear about that in all of my videos, very upfront. I'm very much learning as I go. And I'm getting ready to go outside. We just got back from church. And that's why my hair is like down. This is probably the only time you'll ever see my hair down. I always, yeah, it's always up. Like, it's just a lot of hair. If you know, you know. After I put everything outside yesterday, and I was really concerned that I killed my plants because they did not like the sunshine. They did not like the wind at all. I did, however, I moved inside a computer, negative. I moved inside a cucumber plant, and I'm going to show you guys that cucumber plant because it has gotten happy. This is my indoor greenhouse situation. And yes, my shirt. Anyway, fueled by coffee and country music. I'm just saying. Okay, so here is the cucumber plant, and it looks way happier than it did yesterday. It's got a little discoloration, probably sunburn. It was quite sunny yesterday. But it was, I mean, if you look, or if you remember from a few minutes ago, it was like, it was drooping over. Like it was just drooping. It was so sad. But it definitely looks like it has perked up a little bit. So I'm probably going to be moving that outside as well. But let's go outside now and see what everything looks like in the greenhouse. All right, you guys, I'm pretty sure that some of these got scalded by the sun. You tell me. Don't look too bad, but yeah, that's what I saw when I first opened the greenhouse. My peppers. I think they'll be all right. I'm gonna have to do some TLC for sure. Today is supposed to be super overcast, so it should be okay. That's the other cucumber plant back there. I didn't really have room in the house. It's looking a little bit happy too, compared to, you know, shot with a shotgun, which is what it looked like yesterday. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out and let it get some sunshine. side and on the bottom. I do this to make sure that it's wet all the way through. Not like super wet, but wet enough for it to be moist, you know, damp, and not. Because if you just surface water at the top, it's not going to get all the way down there like I just did. You just saw me basically drench these, and yet, you know, 3 or 4 inches deep, it's still bone dry. Now that water may seep down in there eventually. That's better. Hey guys, I am out here filming this video for you. I'm covered in dirt, but I'm not complaining about it. And I wanted to give you a little update. Previously, I recorded a video about potting up potatoes. I was planting potatoes in grow bags. And in one of them, I used coffee grounds, and in the other, I did not use coffee grounds. I'll link that video below if you want to watch the process of how I did that. But basically, I put the exact amount of dirt in the bottom of each one, the same exact soil, the same vermiculite, everything was the same. And then, so yeah, the same amount. And then I put in one of them a layer of coffee grounds, and I put the potatoes in and did the same thing on top, the same amount of dirt on top of each one. And then for the coffee ground one, I did another layer of coffee grounds on top. All of that being said, here's where we're at. The one with coffee grounds has nothing growing up here. And you notice I'm being very gentle because if it is growing, I don't want to disturb it. But nothing growing right on top. And this is the one with coffee grounds. Now, the same potatoes, same soil, same bag, no coffee grounds. And we've got one here, one there, and one here popping up. Now, it doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but that is at least 3, possibly 4, but I lost the other one. It's in here somewhere. 3, possibly 4 little plants already popping up. And this is the one with no coffee grounds. Now, prior to this little experiment, I did plant some of these. These are bluebell potatoes, and I planted these about 2 weeks or so before I did the experiment, and they are this big already. They are growing. They are growing, and I'm here for it. Now, these are big, I think 5-gallon bags. So I might not get huge potatoes, but that's okay. So, honestly, if something grows at all, I will be happy and a little impressed because it blows my mind that this stuff is going to bring us food in a short amount of time, it seems. So, anyway, we went to church this morning on a side note, and I asked several people if they wanted some plants because I'm not so sure I'm going to have room to put everything. We're looking at getting a couple of raised beds out here. The kids have this sand pit that they don't really use anymore. Weeds kind of grew up through it, and honestly, we have a huge sand pit right across the road, so they'll probably just go there. My daughter's tent is out here. But so this is what I'm looking at, And I'm thinking about laying that over here. I actually tried to start something over here. There's mint in there. And for some reason, my mint has turned red. I have never, well, I have mint inside the exact same plant. This is some, like, a portion of that same plant. And it is not turning purple. Anybody out there know what this is about? But yeah, this particular site, not doing too great. This is some of the soil from inside. Obviously, some leaves have fallen from the tree. And anyway, I don't know. Tell me, what do you think? Should I rip this out and put the sand pit over here as a raised bed? Or should I leave this and see if that mint grows at all? I don't know. We'll see. I do think we're going to mow out here. When I started this garden, I started it with the intention of moving everything because I thought that's what was going to happen. But as it turns out, our landlords have said that we can stay. But there are also some structural type issues that need to be taken care of, and they can't take care of that if we're in the house. For those of you who don't know, we do rent a house, a townhouse in England. And yeah, we've been here for 3 years, but I still don't know if we're actually moving or not. So I'm kind of tentatively planning things for this backyard, but I'm also kind of like, let's keep everything in grow bags just in case. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to pop on here and say hi and show you the potatoes and talk a little bit about what I think we're going to be doing out here. So I am going to get back to up potting these tomato plants. Some of them got knocked back really hard by the wind yesterday, as you can see here. This one not doing too great, but I can't just like snip that off. I don't know if I should or not. I don't know. What do you think? That limb got really sunburned and dry, but this seems to be doing fine. I don't know. Should I snip that off? What do you think? Anyway, this one got a little bit of sunburn, but not nearly as bad. But yeah, they definitely needed to be up potted. And so that is what I am busy with over here. All of these guys are going down in the ground probably about that much, I would say. Yeah, probably up to the first big leaf, I think. But you see this one is like super tiny compared. So I'm probably going to put the 2 bigger ones together and then the 2 smaller ones together. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So I'm going to get back to it, and I will see you guys in a little while. I guess I didn't mention this. A lot of these tomatoes were the first tomatoes I ever planted, and they are in a very barky type of soil. I don't know if you can see this or not. Whoop, there we go. This is very full of bark, and that is why, as you can see on the bottom, there's basically like one main root, which is basically the stem, and then there's hardly any roots coming off of that. And so that is part of the reason why I am putting this in new soil. And this soil that I'm using now, the Jameson Brothers, is soil that I have been using for all of my up plots. Basically since I found it, I've been using Jameson Brothers, and it is so far very good. This one has way more roots than that other one had. Still not super great. Like, they weren't running out of room. They just couldn't find their way. And a lot of the roots were coming out at the top, which is part of the reason I really noticed a problem. Trying to get some of that bark out of there. See, this one has way more roots than the other one had. But you can see here, it's trying to shoot off roots at the very top. And that was like where it was barely touching the soil. It was trying to shoot off roots. So I'm just trying to get some of this bark out of here. And it's very clumped. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, you know. I'm trying to help it the best I can. But anyway, let me just put that down in there. And if anybody's wondering, you know, if anybody happens to be newer than me to gardening, the reason that I am burying these tomatoes so much is because if you bury the tomato, then everything up here will grow new roots. All these little hairs on tomato plants, they all will grow new roots, making, you know, more root system is a more stable plant. So that is part of why I'm burying them so much. Okay, I'm about to up pot the last 2 big tomato plants. Yeah, baby. You had chocolate? You like chocolate, don't you? You ate your lunch first, though, right? Very good. Hi, baby. What?
I had 2 pieces left, but now, and then I had 1 left, and then I ate it.
Very good. You had 2, and then you had 1, and now you have none, right? Very good.
And that makes 0.
That does make 0. My 4-year-old. He loves to read, which is interesting. He's been learning to read and sound words out. And he loves to count everything. He loves to count everything. I'm using my phone. For those of you who want to start YouTube, but you don't have a camera, use your phone. I actually have a camera. I have a little G7X, but I've had it for a couple of years, and my MacBook, because I have a newer MacBook, I got an upgrade recently, about a year ago, and it doesn't have the connection that I need to get the footage off the camera. It's this whole thing, and I've tried several different ones to connect it to my camera, and it's just not working. So I returned those connections that didn't fit, and I'm just using my phone. And I upgraded my storage to hold the videos, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to get an external storage to hold the completed videos, because I don't want to delete them. And yeah, so if you don't have a camera, but you have a phone, and you want to do videos for YouTube, I'm living proof that you can. I pretty much edit on iMovie. I can do that from my phone, or I usually do it from my laptop, and it just makes everything a lot smoother. I'm still definitely learning how to edit. I have done maybe 4 or 5 videos, if that now, and so it's definitely a learning curve, but I just wanted to tell you that yes, you can do it, even if you just have a phone. Phones work great. Especially if you're just getting started. Okay, so I'm going to do these last 2 tomato plants, pot them up. I know that Jess over on Roots Refuge Farm, Jess Sowards, who is one of my main inspirations for even creating this channel, and I talk more about that in a different video too. I'll link that below. Anyway, she is one of my inspirations for creating this channel, for even getting in the garden in the first place, and using it as a way to worship God and think about life and what it means and all this kind of stuff. And I tell you what, y'all, if you haven't watched, you know what, I'll link her channel below too. If you haven't watched her, go watch her. 100% recommend her channel. Anyway, I say all of that to say ADHD. I'll link that one below too. I have ADHD, so yeah, I can go from one, what's the word? Bee. Bumblebee buzzing around my stuff. Anyway, I can go from one topic to another very quickly. Yeah. So anyway, Jess at Roots and Refuge Farm recommends putting an egg in the hole before you put your tomato plant in. I don't do that because we do live in England and we are lucky if we go to the store and see eggs, and we don't have chickens. So no eggs for me. But although I will say, if you have ample eggs and you can do that, crack an egg, see what happens. Hey guys. All right. Hey guys. I'm inside for a minute. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what to expect on this channel. I am a brand new channel. As you can tell, I've made just a handful of videos, and I am working out when to film, when to edit, what to film for that matter. When I was first getting started, it was a little bit easier because it was seeds, you know, you plant seeds, you film it, and that's it. But now things are growing, things need repotting. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do as these plants get bigger, as they start producing fruit and food, and, you know, well, fruit is food, but anyway. Semolina. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What you've just watched from today, it's Sunday, was me outside after church doing some things in the garden. The kids were out there for part of that time, but when I was working with the tomatoes, they came inside. I had, they have chicken dippers or fish sticks or something like that for lunchtime. And then I usually make a from scratch meal for dinner. Ham sandwiches, cucumbers, carrots. Just the list of things that they like to eat for lunch just ran through my head. But anyway, they came inside with my husband and did that for lunch. While they did that, I was outside filming the tomato repots. Right now, the kids are outside, the babies are upstairs taking a nap, and I came inside to eat something. I'm just eating some semolina from my mother-in-law. And it is really good. But anyway, so it's about 1:30, 1:45 or something like that in the afternoon. And when they get tired of being outside, which will be in probably about half an hour or so, they'll come inside for a little bit. And then I'll go back outside, and I've got to repot some tomato plants. These are much smaller ones that I recently started. There's about 3 or 4 per tiny cup, and I'm going to put them in a bigger cup as they keep growing. You know, I'll probably up pot those again when they get much bigger, the way I up potted the ones you just saw. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I'm inside taking a little bit of a break right now, a little bit of a rest. I didn't really eat anything this morning, so this is kind of it for me. If I'm busy doing something else, especially gardening, I have a tendency to just like not eat, and that's not a great thing. So, while this isn't the most nutritious meal, it is quick and it is really good. And, it'll tide me over until I'm ready to start cooking dinner, which will be in a couple of hours, probably around 4 or 4:30. I usually start cooking. By 6, we're eating. And most nights by 7:30 at the latest, kids are asleep. So now that the sun is going down at like 9, I might even get out there and do some more gardening tonight. I love being able to be outside. Up to this point, pretty much all my videos have been shot indoors, and that's because it's been freezing here in England, and I didn't want to go outside. Quite frankly, the greenhouse is still inside. I think I showed you a clip of that with the cucumber in it. I'm looking at it right now. And I've got some plants that are just getting started, kind of coming up. The plan is eventually, whether we move or not, the soon foreseeable future plan is that the big greenhouse inside will also join, no, the big greenhouse inside will join the big greenhouse outside. And that way all of the plants can go in at night. I say that because we have cats. No, we don't have cats. Our neighbors have cats. And our neighbors' cats are pretty certain that our yard is theirs. I grew up with cats. I have nothing against cats. I love cats. I love dogs. I love all animals. However, what I don't love is when my plants get dug up. What I don't love is when my raised beds get used as litter boxes. And what I don't love is, actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. The raised beds have constantly been having, well, I say that, but I actually ripped that one out. So the places that I'm trying to plant in the ground, not working out. If I leave my plants out at night, I'm pretty sure it will not work out. So I do like having them in grow bags and being able to move them into the greenhouse. So anyway, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen is the big greenhouse is going to go outside for extra protection. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to eat this little snack, drink my sweet tea, or at least some of it. I might save it for outside. And I will be back with you when I get ready to up-pot those little tomato seedlings. I might up-pot some peppers too. We'll see. See you then. I have finished for now, I think. I'm gonna have to be finished for now. I have 3 tomato little seedlings here. I'm gonna try and get them in a little pot, and then I have to wrap it up. I need to put all the stuff back inside. It's been outside now for 2 or 3 hours. Yesterday was about an hour. Today's 2 or 3 hours. I hope it's been okay. It hasn't been super windy, and there's been like no direct sun, because I know I mentioned earlier in the video that some of these plants got sunburned pretty bad. But today has been really overcast like it is right now, and a little windy all day, but not cold or anything. Like, I've been out here in short sleeves. My kids were out here without jacket. Like, it was totally fine, but it has been overcast. So they've been outside for a couple of hours while I've been working. The plants have. But I am going to put them in the greenhouse, and then I'm going to put those little seedlings in a pot, probably together, because that's kind of all I have time and room for right now. Yeah, and then we're going to get everything that's out here moved back into the greenhouse, and I will be done for the day. But my husband's actually off of work tomorrow. If you live in England, you know there's a thing called bank holidays that happens pretty regularly on Mondays. And so, yeah, tomorrow is a bank holiday, and I've got one assignment that's due tomorrow night for my classes, but I could probably work on that tonight. And yeah, and then so I'll be back out here tomorrow. And on the agenda for tomorrow is to up-pot some of these squash type varieties. I have jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, which, as you can tell, need their own pots. I have acorn squash. I have zucchini. Just a whole bunch of other things, and sugar pumpkins, and yeah, so I'm gonna get to that. Oh, spaghetti squash. Anyway, I'm gonna get to that tomorrow. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it for tonight. I'm gonna clean up and go inside, start cooking dinner, because I think it's about time for that. So please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. We are a brand new channel, and I hope to keep putting out content for you. So let me know what you want to see in the comments. Like and subscribe. I think I just said that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.